Hello and welcome to yet another DIY with me, Sweeney, and today we will be turning this top right here into this baby right here. And then for this other top right here, we will be turning it into this other baby right here. So if you'd want to see how I've done this, well, just keep watching. Okay, so the first step will be marking where you'd want your off shoulder to actually reach. We do not want to have our boobs flying all the way to the wind, so we're just going to mark a point, and you'll do this wearing your top with the inside out, so that you will not have all the markings on the outside. And once I was done marking, this is what I had. Okay, and the second step will be cutting out the shape. So you'll just follow the line as you've drawn it, and as you can see, I'm cutting slightly above the seam so that I can have, some allowance to do the folding if I'd like, or just have some extra fabric, because it's better to have more to work with than not have enough. Once I was done cutting out the top bit, this is what I had, and the second step will be cutting out the side, because we're going to do a sleeveless for this first top. So I just drew a line going downwards, and I just followed it as I cut it out. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side so that it can fit me a bit better. This is a stretchy fabric, so I'll need to work, to stretch myself a little bit thin so that it will fit me much better. Once I was done cutting out, this is the shape I was left with. So if at this point yours has a different shape, well, maybe you got lost somewhere, but this is the shape you're supposed to have once you're done cutting out. And you need to leave space for your arm, so I'll just use that line to determine where my sew on the other side is going to reach. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew along the sides. Okay, and remember to always back stitch whenever you're sewing, so that you'll not have your thread unraveling later on. It will just give it that extra hold. Once you're done sewing, remember to back stitch again, and this is what I had. I really like how it turned out. I did not fold the seam at the bottom because I wanted it to have that unfinished look. So for this second top, it has a scoop neck. That gives us even a plus, because it makes it easier for us to do our cutting. You do not need to do markings and all. So you'll just use the midpoint of this t-shirt to determine where your cut is going to go. And I'm just going to take a ruler and I'll draw a straight line from the midpoint of the top towards the end, and that is going to be where I'm going to do my cutting. So I went ahead and did the cutting following the straight line that I had drawn, and once I was done cutting, this is the shape I had. Clearly we do not need that extra fabric at the side, so you're just going to cut a straight line from the top going towards the bottom. Once I was done, this is what I had, but because the top was a little bit long and I did not like it that way, I decided to take a top which I like the length. I'll be using it as a template to cut out the length of my top. So once you're done cutting and everything, this is what you will have. This is the shape that you're supposed to have, and I'll just go ahead and sew along the sides, and I'm also going to fold at the bottom so that I can have a complete seam, you have it clean and neat. So I just went ahead and did the sewing. Remember to backstitch so it does not unravel. So this is what I had after sewing. I really like how this turned out. I definitely rock this to an event. I like how it has that finished look towards both ends. I decided to fold it, and yeah, I really hope you did enjoy this DIY and you've come to the end. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. You can leave a comment on anything that you did not find clear. I'll definitely answer your questions. If you try this out, please tag me or share with me on my Instagram at Sweeney Stephanie, and share this video with anyone who you think they might be interested. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.